Life often teaches us lessons in unexpected ways. Among these lessons, one of the most profound comes from a quiet, invisible pain, the kind inflicted in secret. The kind that no one sees, but which shapes us in ways we often don't realize until much later. To be hurt in secret is a unique kind of suffering. It's not the kind of pain we show the world where others rush to comfort us or offer solutions. No, this is the pain we hide. The pain experienced in secret is often invisible to others, but deeply impactful, shaping emotions and perspectives in profound ways. When we think about pain, we often imagine something visible, something others can notice, sympathize with, or even attempt to alleviate. But some of the most life-altering pain is invisible, experienced in the privacy of our hearts and minds, far away from the gaze of others. This hidden pain comes in many forms: the silent grief of a loss we cannot openly mourn, the sting of rejection we dare not voice, or the weight of insecurities we've been taught to bury deep. These struggles remain concealed beneath a veneer of normalcy, and because they are invisible, they can feel as though they don't matter as much. Yet the truth is that this unseen pain often shapes our emotions, decisions, and perspectives more profoundly than we realize. The challenge with hidden pain lies in its secrecy. Unlike physical wounds or external hardships, it lacks obvious markers that others can identify and respond to. Friends and family may have no idea we're struggling, and the world often assumes we're fine because we've become so adept at wearing a mask. This invisibility can lead to feelings of isolation. After all, how can anyone offer help if they don't know we're hurting? Over time, this isolation compounds the pain, making it feel heavier and more insurmountable. Another layer of complexity comes from the stigma surrounding emotional and mental struggles. Society often encourages us to stay strong, move on, or get over it, as if acknowledging pain is a sign of weakness. This attitude discourages vulnerability, forcing people to suppress their feelings rather than face them. When pain is hidden, it doesn't just linger, it festers. Left unaddressed, it can manifest in unexpected ways: chronic stress, anxiety, anger, or even physical symptoms like fatigue and illness. But while hidden pain is undeniably challenging, it is also transformative. It has a way of teaching us lessons we might never have learned otherwise. When we're forced to sit with our struggles, we gain insight into ourselves, our fears, desires, and vulnerabilities. These moments of introspection can be painful, but they are also opportunities for growth. Just as a seed must break apart in the soil before it can sprout, we too often find our greatest strength in the midst of our deepest struggles. Still, transformation requires action. To heal from hidden pain, we must first acknowledge it. Denial may seem like an easier path, but it only prolongs suffering. When we admit to ourselves that we're hurting, we take the first step toward reclaiming control. This honesty allows us to process our emotions and begin the journey toward healing. Sharing our pain with others is another crucial step. Though it may feel counterintuitive to expose something so personal, vulnerability is a powerful antidote to isolation. Opening up to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist can provide the understanding and support needed to lighten the burden. Often we find that we're not as alone as we thought, that others have faced similar struggles and can offer guidance or simply a listening ear. Moreover, hidden pain shapes our perspectives in profound ways. It deepens our empathy, making us more attuned to the struggles of others. When we've experienced invisible pain ourselves, we're more likely to notice it in others, even when it's unspoken. This sensitivity allows us to extend compassion and kindness, fostering connections that might not have been possible otherwise. Ultimately, while the pain experienced in secret is undeniably difficult, it holds the potential for profound personal growth. It reminds us of our resilience, teaches us the value of vulnerability, and strengthens our capacity for empathy. Though it may be invisible to the world, it leaves an indelible mark on our character, shaping us into more thoughtful, compassionate, and courageous individuals. In time, what once felt like an unbearable burden can become a source of strength and a testament to the power of the human spirit to endure and overcome. Let me know if you'd like further refinements or additional points. Hidden hurt often stems from betrayal, rejection, or personal insecurities, leaving individuals to grapple with it in isolation. Pain inflicted in secret doesn't arise in a vacuum. It often has roots in specific experiences or internal struggles that go unnoticed by others. One of the most common sources of hidden hurt is betrayal, which can come in many forms: a trusted friend breaking their promise, a loved one failing to honor their commitment, or even societal institutions not living up to their ideals. Betrayal cuts deep because it strikes at the foundation of trust, leaving individuals questioning not only others but also themselves. When betrayal occurs, it's often accompanied by a sense of shame or guilt, making it difficult to share the pain with others. People may wonder, did I do something to deserve this, or what does this say about me? These self-doubts amplify the hurt and keep it hidden. Rejection is another powerful source of hidden pain. Whether it's the heartbreak of unreciprocated love, the sting of being excluded from a group, or the disappointment of a failed opportunity, rejection can feel deeply personal. It attacks our sense of belonging and worth, leaving behind wounds that are hard to articulate. Unlike visible setbacks, rejection is often internalized, leading individuals to question their value or place in the world. This kind of pain becomes a private burden, one that many are reluctant to share for fear of appearing weak or inadequate. Personal insecurities are a quieter but equally potent source of hidden hurt. These insecurities might stem from societal expectations, childhood experiences, or comparisons to others. Whether it's dissatisfaction with one's appearance, feelings of professional inadequacy, or doubts about one's abilities, insecurities can create a constant undercurrent of pain. This internal struggle is particularly isolating because it's often self-imposed, making individuals feel as though they're battling an invisible enemy within. What makes these sources of hidden hurt particularly challenging is the isolation they create. People often feel they must bear these burdens alone because they believe no one else will understand or because they fear judgment. Society's emphasis on projecting confidence and success exacerbates this problem as it discourages vulnerability and reinforces the idea that struggles are best kept private. Over time, this isolation can lead to a vicious cycle. The more individuals hide their pain, the more they feel disconnected from others, which in turn deepens their suffering. Yet it's important to recognize that hidden hurt, though isolating, is not insurmountable. Acknowledging its sources is the first step toward healing. Understanding that betrayal, rejection, insecurities are universal human experiences can help individuals feel less alone. These struggles, while painful, are not signs of weakness. They are part of what it means to be human. Healing from hidden hurt also requires challenging the narratives we tell ourselves. For instance, betrayal doesn't define one's worth. It reflects the choices of others. Rejection isn't a statement of inadequacy. It's often a result of circumstances beyond our control. And insecurities, though persistent, can be addressed by focusing on personal growth and self-acceptance. Opening up about hidden hurt is another critical step. Sharing our struggles with trusted individuals, whether friends, family, or therapists, can break the cycle of isolation and provide much-needed perspective. Often others can offer insights or reassurance that helps reframe the situation. They remind us that we are not alone in our pain and that healing is possible. Ultimately, while betrayal, rejection, and insecurities can cause profound hidden pain, they also present opportunities for growth. These experiences teach us resilience, self-awareness, and empathy. They remind us that while we cannot control the actions of others or the challenges we face, we can choose how to respond. By confronting our hidden hurt and seeking connection, we transform it from a source of suffering into a catalyst for strength and understanding. Let me know if you'd like another key point expanded. Behind smiles, the kind we bury under our daily responsibilities, and the kind we carry alone when the world moves on, oblivious to the battles we're fighting within. Pain has a way of demanding attention, whether we acknowledge it or not. When left unaddressed, it can seep into every aspect of life, subtly influencing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This is especially true of private pain, the kind we hide from the world and sometimes even from ourselves. To begin the process of healing and reclaiming a sense of control, the first and most vital step is acknowledging the existence of this hidden hurt. Acknowledgement might seem simple, but it is often the hardest part. Denial is a natural defense mechanism, and many of us use it to avoid confronting uncomfortable truths. We convince ourselves that the pain isn't that bad, that we're overreacting, or that we're too busy to deal with it. However, denying pain doesn't make it disappear. It merely pushes it in the background, where it can fester and grow. Unacknowledged pain has a way of resurfacing, often in destructive ways, such as sudden outbursts of anger, chronic stress, or a pervasive sense of dissatisfaction with life. Recognizing hidden pain requires honesty and vulnerability, especially with oneself. This means sitting with discomfort and allowing suppressed emotions to come to the surface. For some, this might involve journaling or meditating to process their feelings. For others, it could mean reflecting on patterns in their behavior that point to unresolved hurt, such as avoidance, self-sabotage, or difficulty trusting others. The key is to create a safe space mentally and emotionally where the pain can be acknowledged without judgment. Confronting pain doesn't mean wallowing in it. Instead, it's about understanding its source and impact. Why does this hurt? What is the root cause? Often, private pain is tied to unmet expectations, past traumas, or unresolved conflicts. By identifying the origin of the pain, we gain clarity and perspective, which are essential for moving forward. It's important to note that this process can be uncomfortable and even overwhelming at times. That's why it's crucial to approach it with patience and compassion for oneself. Acknowledging private pain is also empowering because it shifts the narrative. Instead of being a passive victim to the hurt, the individual becomes an active participant in their healing journey. There is great strength in saying, "This hurt me, but I'm ready to face it." It's a declaration of agency, a refusal to let the pain define one's life. While the hurt may remain a part of one's story, it no longer has to dictate the direction of the future. Seeking support can be a valuable part of this process. Confronting pain doesn't have to be done alone, and sharing the burden can make it feel less overwhelming. Whether through therapy, confiding in a trusted friend, or joining a support group, opening up to others creates opportunities for understanding and connection. Often, the act of voicing one's pain brings relief in itself. It transforms something private and isolating into a shared experience. Acknowledgement also lays the groundwork for healing because it allows individuals to take practical steps toward resolution. This might involve setting boundaries, practicing forgiveness, or making changes in one's environment or relationships. For example, someone who acknowledges the pain of feeling unappreciated in a relationship might choose to have an open conversation with their partner or reevaluate whether the relationship is meeting their needs. Similarly, someone who confronts the pain of past failures might work on reframing those experiences as opportunities for growth rather than evidence of inadequacy. Healing isn't instantaneous, and confronting pain is only the beginning of a longer journey. However, it is the most important step as it creates the foundation for every other step to follow. By facing private pain head-on, individuals reclaim their power and begin to transform what once felt unbearable into a source of strength and resilience. In this way, acknowledgement becomes not just an act of courage, but a profound step towards self-empowerment. In the end, acknowledging and confronting private pain is about honoring one's experiences and emotions. It's a reminder that every individual's struggles are valid, and by facing them, we create the possibility for healing, growth, and a renewed sense of purpose. Let me know if you'd like any further refinements. When we experience hidden struggles, there's often an instinct to keep them private. Whether it's due to fear of judgment, shame, or the belief that we must handle it on our own, many of us choose to bear our burdens in silence. While this might feel like the safer option, it often prolongs suffering and deepens feelings of isolation. Seeking support, however, has the power to transform these hidden struggles into opportunities for connection, understanding, and healing. The first barrier to seeking support is often the fear of vulnerability. Sharing private pain means opening ourselves up to the possibility of being misunderstood or rejected. But vulnerability is also where true connection begins. When we share our struggles with others, we give them a chance to see us as we truly are, flaws, fears, and all. This authenticity not only strengthens relationships, but also allows others to offer the compassion and support we need. In many cases, people are more understanding than we expect, and opening up to them creates a space for mutual empathy. It's important to recognize that seeking support doesn't mean expecting others to fix our problems. Instead, it's about creating a network of understanding, a safe place to express our thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. Simply being heard can be profoundly healing. When someone listens to our pain, it validates our experience and reminds us that we're not alone. This validation can be a powerful antidote to the isolation that hidden struggles often bring. Another benefit of seeking support is the perspective it offers. When we're caught up in our own pain, it can feel all-encompassing, like there's no way out. Talking to someone else, whether a friend, family member, or therapist, can provide a fresh lens through which to view the situation. Others may offer insights, advice, or even just words of encouragement that help us see possibilities we hadn't considered before. Sometimes hearing someone say, "I've been there too," or "You're stronger than you think," is enough to shift our mindset and inspire hope. Professional support, such as therapy or counseling, is particularly valuable for navigating hidden struggles. Therapists are trained to create a safe, non-judgmental environment where individuals can explore their feelings and experiences. They can help identify patterns of thought or behavior that contribute to pain and guide individuals toward healthier coping mechanisms. For many, therapy provides a structured space to process emotions that might feel too overwhelming to handle alone. Seeking support also fosters connection on a broader level. It's a reminder that struggle is a universal human experience and that no one is truly alone in their pain. When we open up about our struggles, we often find that others have faced similar challenges. This shared understanding creates a sense of solidarity and community, even if the specific circumstances differ. It's why support groups and community networks are so effective. They show individuals that their experiences, while painful, are not unique or isolating. However, seeking support requires discernment. Not everyone may be equipped to provide the understanding and empathy we need. It's important to reach out to people who are trustworthy, compassionate, and capable of listening without judgment. These might include close friends, family members, spiritual advisors, or mental health professionals. Choosing the right person to confide in ensures that the experience of seeking support is positive and affirming. It's also worth noting that seeking support is not a sign of weakness but of strength. It takes courage to admit that we're struggling and to ask for help. In a culture that often glorifies independence and self-reliance, reaching out to others is a radical act of self-care and resilience. It shows that we value our well-being enough to seek the connection and resources necessary for healing. Ultimately, seeking support lightens the burden of hidden struggles. It transforms private pain into shared understanding, eases feelings of isolation, and fosters a sense of connection that is essential for healing. No one is meant to carry their pain alone. And by seeking support, we remind ourselves of the strength that comes from community, compassion, and mutual care. Pain is an inevitable part of life, but it does not have to be the end of the story. When we transform pain into a source of growth, it becomes more than a burden, it becomes a teacher. This transformation is not easy, but it is one of the most powerful ways to reclaim control over our narrative and find meaning even in difficult experiences. The process of turning pain into growth not only strengthens resilience and deepens wisdom, but also equips us to extend compassion and guidance to others who are struggling. The first step in transforming pain is reframing how we view it. Instead of seeing pain solely as a negative force, we can begin to perceive it as a source of insight and strength. Pain often arises from experiences that challenge us, such as failure, loss, or rejection. While these experiences hurt, they also reveal truths about ourselves and how we use in the world around us. For example, the pain of a failed relationship might teach us the importance of healthy communication or self-worth, while the disappointment of a missed opportunity might inspire us to refine our skills or pursue a different path. When we view pain through this lens, it becomes a catalyst for growth rather than an obstacle. Resilience is one of the most profound outcomes of transforming pain. Resilience is not the absence of hardship, but the ability to adapt and thrive despite it. Each time we overcome pain, we build emotional and mental strength, which helps us face future challenges with greater confidence. The process of growth teaches us that we are capable of enduring difficult moments and emerging stronger on the other side. It also reminds us that setbacks and struggles are temporary, while the lessons we learn from them are lasting. This resilience becomes a foundation for navigating life's uncertainties with courage and grace. Wisdom is another gift that comes from transforming pain. When we reflect on our struggles and the ways we've grown from them, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. This wisdom allows us to make more thoughtful decisions, recognize patterns, and approach challenges with greater clarity. Pain has a way of stripping away superficial concerns, forcing us to confront what truly matters. In this sense, it serves as a guide, helping us align our actions and priorities with our core values. One of the most beautiful aspects of transforming pain is the ability to support others who are going through similar experiences. Pain connects us to the shared human condition. It reminds us that struggle is universal and that we are not alone. When we face and overcome pain, we can use our experiences to offer empathy and encouragement to others. Sharing our stories and lessons learned creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to find their own strength and resilience. For example, someone who has navigated the challenges of grief might be able to comfort and guide others who are experiencing loss, while someone who has overcome self-doubt might empower others to recognize their worth. Transforming pain into growth also helps break the cycle of negativity that often accompanies suffering. Instead of becoming trapped in feelings of bitterness or hopelessness, we learn to channel our energy into positive action. This might involve pursuing new opportunities, building healthier relationships, or advocating for causes that resonate with us. The act of creating something meaningful out of pain gives it a purpose, which can be deeply healing. However, the journey of transformation is not without its challenges. It requires time, patience, and a willingness to confront difficult emotions. Healing is not linear, and there will be moments when the pain feels overwhelming. But each step forward, no matter how small, brings us closer to growth. By embracing the process and trusting in our capacity to adapt, we pave the way for transformation. In the end, pain does not have to define us. When we choose to learn from it, we reclaim our power and open the door to resilience, wisdom, and connection. Pain, while difficult, can become a source of profound personal growth and a reminder of the strength and beauty of the human spirit. Healing from hidden hurt is a gradual process, requiring patience, self-compassion, and intentional steps toward wholeness. When it comes to hidden hurt, healing doesn't happen overnight. The wounds we carry internally often take time to reveal themselves fully, let alone mend. This journey toward healing is deeply personal. And while it may look different for everyone, it universally demands patience, self-compassion, and intentionality. By acknowledging the importance of this process and committing to it, individuals can move closer to emotional and mental wholeness. Patience is a cornerstone of healing. Unlike physical wounds that have a predictable timeline for recovery, emotional pain can take weeks, months, or even years to process. The hidden nature of such pain often complicates the healing process, as individuals may suppress their feelings or struggle to identify the source of their hurt. It's important to recognize that healing is not linear. Some days may feel lighter, as though progress has been made, while others may bring old memories or emotions rushing back. This ebb and flow is natural and should not be mistaken for failure. Embracing patience means accepting that the process will take time and allowing oneself the space to heal at their own pace. Self-compassion plays an equally vital role in this journey. Too often, those grappling with hidden pain are their own harshest critics. They might blame themselves for feeling weak or for not getting over it quickly enough. However, self-compassion challenges these negative narratives. It encourages individuals to treat themselves with the same kindness and understanding they would offer a loved one in pain. This could involve acknowledging the validity of their feelings, giving themselves permission to rest, or engaging in self-care practices that nurture their well-being. Practicing self-compassion helps to counteract feelings of shame or inadequacy, creating a supportive internal environment where healing can flourish. Intentional actions are another crucial component of the healing process. While time can soften pain, active steps are often necessary to address its root causes and move forward. This might include seeking professional help, such as therapy or counseling, where individuals can work through their emotions in a safe and structured setting. Therapists can provide tools and strategies for managing pain, reframing thoughts, and building resilience. For others, intentional healing might involve journaling, meditating, or exploring creative outlets like art or music to process their feelings. Building a supportive network is also an intentional step that fosters healing. Confiding in trusted friends, family members, or support groups can help individuals feel less isolated in their pain. Sharing experiences not only provides emotional relief, but also creates opportunities for connection and empathy. Often, people discover that others have faced similar challenges and can offer advice or simply a listening ear. This sense of community is invaluable in the healing process, as it reminds individuals that they are not alone. Forgiveness, whether directed at oneself or others, can also be a transformative step toward healing. Carrying the weight of resentment or guilt can prolong suffering and prevent emotional closure. While forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harmful actions, it does involve releasing the hold that pain has over one's life. This act of letting go can be liberating, allowing individuals to reclaim their energy and focus on the present. Throughout this journey, it's important to celebrate small victories. Healing often happens in incremental steps, such as going a day without feeling overwhelmed by pain or finding the courage to talk about one's feelings. Recognizing and appreciating these moments of progress reinforces the belief that healing is possible and motivates individuals to keep moving forward. Finally, healing from hidden hurt is not just about overcoming pain, it's about rediscovering joy and purpose. Once individuals begin to process their hurt, they can open themselves to new experiences, relationships, and opportunities for growth. They may find that their struggles have given them a deeper appreciation for life's beauty and a renewed sense of strength. In essence, healing is a journey of transformation. It requires patience to honor the time it takes, self-compassion to nurture oneself through the process, and intentional steps to actively work toward wholeness. While the path may be challenging, it ultimately leads to a place of greater resilience, self-awareness, and emotional freedom. Hidden hurt, when faced with courage and care, can become a stepping stone toward a more fulfilling and empowered life.